Hello everybody and welcome to another video. And today I think that I make a video going through the candidates that I think have no chance left for them. And I know this is pretty early in the election season, but I still think that we could, looking at the debate, we could we could learn a lot about the candidates, and I think that we could eliminate some potential candidates already. Even now, when the Democratic nomination it has another year ahead of it. So, we could already eliminate some candidates. So, I'll be starting off with some that I think 100% are going to be eliminated, and those are the ones that did not participate in the first debate. If they didn't qualify for the first one, there's no way they're going to get enough name recognition to get into the second one. So that's Seth Moulton and Mike Gravel. I see that they haven't included him. Same thing with Wayne Mason and John Sestak. I think that's how you pronounce it. And yeah, those three candidates, it's four. Those four candidates are eliminated already. I don't think they have any chance of winning, especially looking at how they're doing in the polls. They aren't even being included. The only one there is Moulton, and he's at 0.3. I know that the polls shouldn't be trusted this early in, especially because anything could change in a year. But Seth Moulton did not have the boost from going into the debate. And if he can't make it in the first one, there's no way he's making it into any other ones. So, he won't really have a way to expand on his current support. And now I'm going to look at some people that I think did horribly during the debate, and that just being on the debate has ruined their chances. Those two are John Delaney and Tim Ryan. These two did horrible on the debate stage when you examine it. And I could see Delaney and Ryan having no chance. They're probably going to drop out before Iowa. There's no way they're going to make it until Super Tuesday. So, yeah, Delaney and Ryan just eliminated. There was one more candidate that didn't participate in the debates that I think still could have a chance. His name is Steve Bullock, Montana governor. I'm not going to talk about him yet because I do want to examine him later. But we have some other interesting candidates. Marianne Williamson, I think she still has a chance. I'm not gonna eliminate her just yet, even though she's last. She did get Googled a lot during the debate, and she did get her name out there. I think that she didn't do that well, but she did get her name out there, and people liked her. I think that she'll start rising in the polls, passing Delaney, Ryan, Moulton, Inslee, maybe even Bennett and Bullock. But Michael Bennet, I still see him being a contender. If Joe Biden starts losing, which look here, he was at 41.4% at his highest. Now he's at 29.8. He's gonna start gradually declining. So when that happens, candidates like Bennett and John Hickenlooper will be able to gain some voters, maybe even enough to take some of the moderate southern states. When I mean moderate southern states, I mean like the liberal states where Joe Biden does well in and Hillary Clinton did well in. So I'm going to keep Bennett in the race for now. And we have Chris Gillibrand. She still could have a chance. of competing in the nomination, so I'm going to skip over her. But there's a candidate that I'm gonna have to eliminate that might seem weird, but it's Beto O'Rourke. I don't think he has any chance right now, even though he's polling at 2.7, which is pretty good for him. He's doing better than most candidates. But as you see, he's been gradually declining. At some point, he was at 9.5, and look at this. He started well, he was doing really well, so he was at third place. He was in third place. Now look at him. He went down a lot of points. And most of the country knows him, especially because of the Senate race. So he has no voters to really expand on. Because, look, they've left him. They knew who he was. And people like Kamala Harris are going to take his spots. And when Beto O'Rourke drops out, people like Bennett, Buttigieg, maybe even Biden will start getting his voters. So I don't really see him in this race. I think he's lost the race already. Of course, people like Inslee, Bennett, like Gillibrand, de Blasio, Castro, Klobuchar, and even Gabbard, Yang, Booker. A lot of them just have a really low chance, but I still want to keep them in the running because I do think that anything can happen. So for right now, I think that the person with the best chance of winning seems like Kamala Harris right now. Her surge in the polls is really good for her. And I think she'll end up passing Warren. I think that Sanders will be second best right now. He is also starting to go up. And third, Elizabeth Warren. And fourth, Joe Biden. Joe Biden is gonna fall at some point. And Sanders or Warren or Harris will pass him in the polls. And Pete Buttigieg, I could see him doing fifth best out of these people as of today. And in sixth place, I do see Andrew Yang. I think that Andrew Yang could pass Booker and O'Rourke. And in seventh, we have Gabbard. I think that she'll be able to rise in the polls after her performance. I think she did well. She did grow from... She did pass Klobuchar, and she might pass Andrew Yang, but she's doing really well right now, so I'm gonna go to the 14-day one, just to check here, and yeah, so the candidates that I want to eliminate right now that have a 0% chance are John Delaney, Tim Ryan, Seth Moulton, and Beto O'Rourke, as well as John Sestak, Wayne Mason, and Mike Gravel. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.